What's up, Ann? How we doing?
I have a 24-year-old young man who lives with his dad, my husband, who I believe is addicted to pornography.
Your son is?
Yes.
And he lives in your house?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about how that works.
I have evidence of money coming out of his account, anywhere from $5 to $20 that kind of I trace back. I've told him to give me his phone, which he does a couple of evenings, but then a couple of evenings have passed and he doesn't give me my phone because we go to bed early because we get up very early. Mm-hmm. He follows girls on Instagram. He sits in a common area when I walk by, and what are you doing, Ryan? He'll quickly turn the picture to something else. I do have a younger child, 21, living at home, so I'm really concerned that he's picking up on it. He doesn't take care of himself.
Ann, why is he living at home? He's 24.
I know. Well, that's the problem, and that's why I'm calling you, because it's getting in the way of my husband and I relationship.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of like, if I warn him and I put it out there, let him go, and my husband is saying he needs help. Let's keep him here and direct him and get him help.
What does he need help with? What does he need help with?
We feel like there's depression there.
Uh-huh.
He'll stay in his room. He doesn't eat unless it's served for him, or he'll order in all the time.
Do you hold on? Do you serve it to him?
On the counter before I go to bed, because I guess I'm a concerned mom and he will not eat.
No. You're not a concerned mom. You're not.
I'm an enabler.
Yeah, you are. You are getting what you need by taking care of your little boy. And he has no problems. He has no reason to change anything in his life at all. He's got it so good. He has food put on the counter. He's got no rent. He's got women just piped into his phone that challenge him in no ways. He's got money just going from his account straight. He can do whatever he wants whenever he wants to. And what that leads to is deep, resounding depression. Because there's no goal, there's no achievement, there's no working towards something, there's no little steps, there's no success, there's no internal esteem that can only be accomplished not from telling you someone you're great, but from doing things. You've got to go do. And this young man is just drowning because mom keeps putting water in the bathtub. He's got to have some problems. He's got a great life right now.
Okay, so how can we help him then?
Kick him out. Say go. Or say, you will go see a counselor. You will have no phone in my house when there will be 0 phones, none. And then when we go to bed, the internet goes off and I take the router in my bedroom. It's out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not serious about it, you're not serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's 24. How old are you, Ann?
55.
Yeah.
I have 2 other children. I have a total of 4 children, ranging from 21 to 27.
What does your 27-year-old think about him just living at home?
Probably a lot of the same things I'm telling you too.
Does he have mental illness? Is he struggling? Have real significant challenges?
I would say along the lines of depression, self-esteem, for sure. And he doesn't seem to care. He leaves. His room is filthy. I will help him clean him up, and he'll go right back to his old ways. He leaves his In-N-Out burger bag all in the living room, a common area, after I've told him to pick it up. I know,
but do you hear what you're saying? As you say it out loud, you hear it. I know you do.
I do.
Because it doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants in his room because his mom's going to help him come clean it.
I'm embarrassed for myself if I have his other siblings come over to visit us or friends come over.
So what is it about him? I don't want to tell you to kick a guy out with severe mental illness. If he's schizophrenic, if he's bipolar, if he's got some major challenges.
If anything, depression, and I've asked him to see a doctor. I can't make it for him. He's 24.
Yeah.
He says he denies having a problem.
Well, cool. Go get him, buddy. You got 2 months left, and you're gonna have a job, and you're out. I will change the locks. And you're not doing this because you're mean. You're doing this because you love your son. Or let me put it this way. You're giving him everything, Ann, because you love him. You really do, and I believe that. Is it anything you're doing helping him?
No.
Is anything getting better?
Definitely not.
Okay. So you got to do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing, wanting the same outcome. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
And either it's cold turkey, you got 60 days and you're going, or it is, if you're going to live here, starting in 60 days, you pay rent, or I will evict you. And
well, he does pay me rent. He pays me $425.
Does he
for
work?
His phone. He does 4 to 5 days a week. It's for his phone, his cell phone, and the groceries and his car insurance. So $425 barely, and then the food.
Where does he work?
Amazon delivery.
So he's out making deliveries?
Correct.
So what's he do with the rest of his money? Just saves it?
He's a saver. We
Okay.
are Dave Ramsey followers, so I will tell you, I've taught him in that respect, and he's really excited about that. But
hey, you know why he gets excited? Because it's actual achievement, it's accomplishment, it's things he can see progressing in his life in a positive direction. His social life, he's not seeing that. His ability to create his own wealth, he's not seeing that because he's got no home, he's got no equity, he's got no things he's working towards. Career advancement, he's got nothing there.
Oh, I agree.
And he's going to tell you, you're the worst mom ever. He's going to tell you, you guys are ruining my life. I can't believe you're kicking me out. Unbelievable after all you've done and all. You know that's coming, and that's going to be part of the separation. But until he has any sort of struggle or any sort of reason to do anything in his life differently, he's not going to. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's your husband think about this? Is your husband ashamed, or does he like it?
No, he says that we should help him by keeping him in our house and direct him in certain ways. But
how is the direction helping?
Working.
What does your husband say?
I'm hard. He needs help. My husband struggles with depression, so he sort of knows how it feels.
Yeah.
To feel the self-esteem and lack of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever gone to a family counselor before?
No, never.
Yeah, maybe you should try that. Because y'all got to develop some pretty hard boundaries real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a 21-year-old soaking all this in. So what your 21-year-old is learning is that mom and dad have no boundaries, and they're a gravy train for whatever I want to do. So I know you're worried about them your 21-year-old learning about how pornography works. Like, spoiler alert, he's known that probably since he was 10 or 11, how that works. He's learning how to navigate the adult world right now. That's what he's learning.
Mm-hmm.
And it has zero consequences. Mom will yell, and she'll get mad, and all you have to do is change the screen, and she'll eventually clean your room and pick up the food bags. And if she doesn't do that, she's going to make food and put it on the counter for us before she goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I want you to do, Ann, is you are going to have to learn to love differently. Because the way you're loving your kids right now is not helping them, it's harming them. It's drowning them. And they have to learn how to swim. They've got to learn how to swim. My Uber recommendation would be to get a family therapist who would come visit you at your house, or you demand the entire crew, everyone living in that house, is going to see somebody together. And that you announce to your husband and to your kids, I'm making boundaries. You've got 60 days to get out. You've got 30 days to get out. If he's got a bunch of savings, he can get out tomorrow. He's got to go get an apartment. And his apartment's going to be the most disgusting, gross thing you've ever seen. And that will be his choice. And he may go down a rabbit hole of pornography and dysregulation, and hopefully he will see the light, take care of himself, begin working towards things. You can start exercising with him. You can do all kinds of things that are going to be productive, loving, behavioral changes in his life. But just letting him exist like a plant that you're just going to water and feed and yell at, but I'm just going to keep watering and feeding it. It's not doing him any favors. He's going to have to get some problems. He's going to have to learn some new muscles, and he's going to have to grow up. And I know you love him, and these are the hard choices you got to make. He's 24 years old. He's a grown man. If he'd been in World War II, he'd already would have gone to war and been back and married and probably have 3 kids, right? He'd already be back. He'd already have seen the world. It's time for him to grow up. All right, Ann? And it's time for you to cut those codependent strings on both of your kids and let them grow up and be adults.